Check 1 2. Check 1 2. All right, good. Well, check 1 2. Welcome to the party. Here we are at the Athlete Institute in Mono, Ontario. OSBA regular season action between your hometown Orangeville Prep Bears in the black uniforms with gold trim, facing the visitors Excel Hoops from Brampton, Ontario, just down Highway 10, wearing the white jerseys with black trim. So starting tonight for Excel Hoops, wearing number 0, Josiah Roberts, number 4, Ryan Charles, 11, Terrence Thomas, 13, Isaiah Odo Clark, 21, Malik Hamyed. Who am I missing? And then out there for Orangeville, 24, Chris Kirstens. Number 22, Jonathan Gaspar, making his first start for Orangeville. Number 11, Owen Kenny. 12 is Riaz Salyu. And 15, Arjun Bardwaj. I'm Chris McKee. Thanks for joining me. 2 games back-to-back. Of course, coming up later on, the Orangeville Nationals squad will face Jay Addison. So both these games should be tightly contested. Jump ball. Excel Hoops comes away with it. And I don't know what the call was already, but we're 6 seconds in and we already got a call. I won't admit I know what happened. Either way, Terrence Thomas will inbound the ball, guarded by Gaspar. Ryan Charles with the, I guess, cardinal or fuchsia sneakers. Malik Hamyed misses on his first attempt. Here comes Kenny down the other end. Salyu. Kenny with a little floater, Salyu in there fighting for it, and he's called with his first foul. So that's one thing, he's got to keep that in check. I was just about to compliment Riaz Salyu. I've really grown to love his game over the past couple months. Since the first game of the season, he does all the little things. He's not afraid to do the dirty work, go in and get those rebounds, take a charge, be aggressive, give a hard foul, but then just the little, you see how amped he plays right there. Fouling way down the other end of the basket. And that's got to be a charge. It's got to be a charge. It is. Good call, referee. So Arjun Bardwaj, speaking of guys taking charge, this guy's making a living out of it. That's an offensive foul. It'll be Orangeville ball. Gaspar, it's the guy that's worked his butt off to get minutes, and then gets a start tonight. Love seeing it. Thomas guarded by Gaspar. Corner shot, Charles for 3. Swish, Ryan Charles. It's a good start for Excel, 3-0. And Excel wants to press. Always a fan of this, especially early in the game. In late. Kirsten's wide open look, takes it. No good, and it's going to be Excel ball. So Excel been in the OSBA now probably at least 3 years. Josiah Roberts, ball in his hands, and lose the handle on it. It's black ball, it is. Substitutions, we're going to see Jaden Zhao coming in for the first time tonight. Substitutes Gaspar. Jaden usually the primary ball handler for Orangeville, and there he is, ball in his hand. Kenny gets it over. Kirstens trying to muscle his way in, doesn't drop for him. So we've yet to see Griffin Collinson, number 0 for Orangeville. He's usually one of their primary scorers. Sure we'll see him any moment. Charles already got a big 3, and now it's gonna be a charge. It is, yeah. So 2 charges for Excel Hoops in the opening minutes. So hoping tonight goes a little bit better than the last time I was up here 2 weeks ago. It was a bleep show, to say the least. I mean, it was refs lost the handle on the game. It was just, I mean, the crowd was into it. Tony McIntyre gets ejected. It was a night to remember, and not for all the right reasons. So the refs just trying to figure out who got the foul. They're correcting it was 4, which is Charles. There we go. Rob over the scorer's table. Echoes my sentiment. Salyu leaves it for Zhao. Jaden, feet inside. Knocked out of bounds. Should be Orangeville ball. It is. 9 on the shot clock. So no rush, but certainly Orangeville has to be aware. Kenny in and out. Arjun Bardwaj to follow. Well, Orangeville off the snide. 3-2. Homyed looking for space. Shot clock winding down for Excel. 3, 2, 1. Homyed puts it up. In and out. Kirstens comes away with it. And it looks like he stepped out of bounds. He did. So Excel inbounds underneath. 14 on the shot. Shouldn't it be 24? Because Orangeville had possession, and then it should restart. All right. Alas, I could be wrong. Wide open 3, why not? Homyed, he didn't need the dribble. If he had just caught it and put it back up. And then Uzas, Josiah Roberts misses the follow. Zhao. So good defensive intensity from Excel, and then they get the turnover. That's why I love pressing, man. Here comes Charles. Wisely opts to reset. Thomas. Terrence Thomas. Little pump, kiss off the glass. Nicely done for Terrence Thomas. That was a tough basket, like that. Zhao picked up his dribble, and then there's a turnover. And here comes Excel. Kenny on the hustle back, but an easy lay-in. That's Josiah Roberts, excuse me. And then Orangeville tosses it away, so I think they might need a timeout, a little out of sorts. The press by Excel causing them all sorts of issues. And now we're going to see Jack McMahon for the first time tonight, number 10 coming in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, cool. Roberts. And no one guarding him, so he just said, cool, I'll take it. Walks right in. Nice little lay-in off the glass. Josiah Roberts. I like that heady play. Orangeville focused on their defense, covering their guy, and everyone forgot about the ball carrier. And now we see Griffin Collinson for the first time, number 0, ball in his hand, quick trigger. Swish. Griffin Collinson just off the bench for 3. Listen, he's one of the primary options for this Orangeville Provincial team. Young guy, class of 2025. He can play. And a nice first step, lovely. Josiah Roberts just blows by everyone on Orangeville. So Roberts, maybe a little deceiving first step. It's quicker than you think, and everyone just standing watching. McMahon in and out, unlucky. And Salyu has just picked up his second foul, and both of them underneath the opposition basket. He's got to play a little smarter than that. Kirstens to the bench. Salyu will stay out there with 2 fouls. Did they give him one? I don't know if they gave him one on that. So Roberts, the hot hand for Excel so far. Up and underneath, has that one blocked. Osiah Odell-Clark with the ball in his hand, number 13. Corner 3, too much. And Kenny got away with it. He kind of yanked Malik Homyed under the hoop as he was trying to get the ball. He got away with one. You could see the Excel coaches, I think, seeing what I saw. Kenny, that's for 2. They're going to say 3. His foot was on the line, so the ref. Hey, if you're Kenny, take it, but his foot was well inside the line there. Homyed trying to back down his defender. Everything but the finish. Riaz Salyu. Kenny. Collinson's already got 1 3. Now he goes baseline floater. Ripped away by Charles. And here comes Excel. And Odell-Clark is fouled by Owen Kenny. He'll shoot some free throws. So pretty torrid pace to this game. We've almost burned through this first quarter already, and that's one of our first stoppages. That's our first time we got a guy at the line shooting free throws. Isaiah Odell-Clark, class of 2024. This is a young Excel Hoops team. Number of 2025s, 2024s. So certainly a bright future. I think that's the option for some coaches. I guess, you know, it can be exhausting, and there's a corner 3, but Collinson misses. Recruiting kids every year, right? Getting kids to jump and switch other teams. It's a tough process, and so some, you know, we saw this with King's Christian years ago, where they started with a group of grade 9s and just ran with that group all the way through, knowing the first 2 years they're going to get beat up, but they all ended up being some really good players. I think there's 3 or 4 Division I players from that team, and so by the time they got to their junior, senior years, they were one of the best teams in the OSBA. And Salyu rips that away, and so that might be the better option for some programs. Just, hey, let's get a group of kids, and we're going to roll with them. Speaking of rolling with them, Griffin Collinson, he's rolling tonight. 12-10, Excel still in front. 2:43 to go. Thanks for joining us here on the Orangeville Prep YouTube stream. Don't forget to click subscribe. That red button, stay up to date. And anytime there's game notifications, we're on. You can see some highlights, a bunch of the other stuff happening here at the Athlete Institute all year round. And of course, follow Orangeville Prep on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, whatever you fancy. I haven't heard this jump man in a while, so it's hitting a little better. No, you haven't heard it in a while. Well, this is one of those tunes, anytime you're in a gym, this will hit. Just that bass ringing. Normally on my drive up, I'll get some tunes bumping. I was feeling kind of chill today. I was just listening to some sports talk radio and some podcasts, Jim Rome. I tried listening to some Joe Rogan. I put 2 different interviews on. Within 5 minutes, both of them were boring me. Just went with some regular radio. There was a bad accident just down the street on Highway 9, just as you approach Highway 27. And it was pretty bad. I caught it just about 2 minutes after, so I was stuck in a bit of a traffic jam. I'll be honest, it didn't look good for the driver in one of those cars. Here comes Excel. Odell-Clark. Shot clock under 5. Clark, that's denied. Salyu. And then that's knocked out of bounds, but it's still got to be a turnover. The shot clock shouldn't reset. I think that's what the refs are discussing. Well, it is going to reset. Excel will inbound with a fresh, 14 seconds. Knocked out of bounds, should be black ball, no. Malik Homyad, he looked a little guilty when he touched that ball. Was that Terrence Thomas, inbounding. Still going to be Excel ball. So an unseasonably warm December night here in the Orangeville area. I was outside in a t-shirt earlier. Odell Clark off balance, throws it up, and he'll shoot a couple more free throws. No, that's on Arjun. Chris Kirsten back in for Riaz Salyu. Back of the rim, no good. Collinson. Kenny. Ball bouncing around everywhere. Chris Kirstens picks it up and says, thank you. I'll take that. 13-12. Or as they'd say in Newfoundland, 13-12. Odell Clark pulls up from the free throw line. Roberts. And unlucky, Kenny will come away with it. Roberts got to watch his defense here. Don't get a foul. So Kenny picks up his dribble early and got lucky. McMahon, he can shoot the three. Kirstens can as well. Bingo! Chris Kirstens. Orangeville finally with a lead at 15-13 as we approach the final minute of the first quarter. Odell Clark leaves it for Charles, who started off with a three. Quiet since, got to get him going again. And Kyle Stewart seen his first action, number 3, and an offensive foul. Homyad a little too aggressive, knocking down the 6'8" Kirstens. So substitutions. We're going to see Keon Fuller for the first time, number 34, as well as Jaden Walter, 24. Sorry, 34 Keon Fuller is. I'm a blind old man. I'm going to wait till they get a little closer to me, and it's getting worse. Nice outlet pass, McMahon. We got Rowan Scott-Smith seeing his first action, number 8 as well. McMahon, lovely step back, but short. So the shot clock and the game clock almost identical. So Excel could hold for the last shot, but they're not. And Orangeville will get it. Here comes Orangeville. Kenny, coast to coast. Excel gets it back. Kyle Stewart. Up and under. Jaden Walter misses. So that'll do it for the end of one. Good pace to that game. Orangeville leads 15-13. Chris McKee, thanks for joining us here on the live stream. These will be my final games of 2022. There's a game next week. I'm not here. There's only so many days I can book off work to get here. And then I'll be back for the games in January, February. So I had a nice weekend up in Montreal. went to go watch. There was a tournament called the Northern Classic, which was 6 NCAA teams playing up in Laval at Place Belle, which is where the Montreal Canadiens minor league team plays out of. It's a nice arena, though. I think a junior hockey team plays there. But I went up to interview all the coaches and watch the games. So I was watching Montana State, who were in the March Madness last year, the Big Sky champs. I watched Middle Tennessee. We've been in March Madness a couple times over the years. Remember they upset Michigan State going back to, 2015, 16. Middle Tennessee was a 15 seed. Michigan State was a 2 seed. They knocked them off. Stephen F. Austin was there as well. Of course, they've been in a number of times to the tournament. Hofstra, Quinnipiac, who plays out of the Metro Atlantic. Quinnipiac is a damn good team. It's like sneaky good team. And who else am I missing? Oh, UNC Greensboro, another recent tournament team. So I got to interview 5 of the 6 coaches. I was blessed. So I know the Stephen F. Austin coach pretty well, Kyle Keller, and I had texted him, to come on my podcast. And he says, well, come up to Montreal and see me in person. So I realized they were playing there, so I went up. He let me sit in the dressing room pregame. I got to film it. I'm working on to do like a little kind of mini essay on that one. I've posted all the other videos just on my undrafted free agent site, undraftedfreeagent.com. You go check it out. But I'm working on kind of like a little, I wouldn't say a mini documentary, but like a mini story. I want to do like a 4 or 5 minute video because getting that access sitting in a NCAA dressing room pregame and postgame was really cool. Back to it. Orangeville up by 2. Scott Smith, ball in his hand. Rowan can shoot the 3. Attacks, rolls off the rim. Rebound, Keon Fuller. Charles. Stewart weaving and bobbing. Pulls up from the free throw line. No good. Rebound, Chris Kirstens. Wide open look, McMahon. Inside to Kirstens. He's being double teamed. Good defense from Excel. They're not allowing Orangeville any shot. Kenny has to take a long 3. Doesn't go for him. So really enjoying the defensive intensity from Excel. Now the question is, can they keep this up for 4 quarters? And Scott Smith will be charged with a foul against Jaden Walter, 24. So Jaden will shoot some free throws. Jaden at 20-24. Usually Google every single player on every team that comes in, and not a lot of information on the Excel guys. A lot of them pretty young. But also, even just, type in Kyle Stewart basketball and see how many results come up. So or even Ryan Charles. It's like there's a lot of them. You'll find out there's 6 guys currently playing college in the U.S. with those names, and so the information on the younger guys, the high school guys, kind of gets buried way down the list. Got to get it over, hurry. And they were hurrying, and it caused a turnover. Stewart spins around and denied Griffin Collinson. So after he gave it away, he did hustle back and make the defensive play, but it will still be Excel ball. Stewart inbounds. Walter setting up his play. Fuller, big man attacks, can't get the roll, but he does get himself to the line. He'll shoot some free throws. Keon Fuller. Well, Fuller, a 20-25 youngster. Big frame on him. Substitutions. Arjun Bardwaj back in, 15, as well as Riaz Salyu, 12. Fuller at the line. short on his first attempt. Oh for 2. Zhao, he had a night last week up here. It's been really good the past 2 weeks. He's yet to get going tonight. They got to get Jaden going. Air ball. Good hustle play from Zhao, but he stepped out of bounds. Walter to Stewart. I like the design of that play. It didn't work out the way it was supposed to. Actually, hey, not too bad. Ryan Charles to shoot some free throws. So Charles with those, like I said, it's tough to pinpoint the color of those sneakers. You could say cardinal, fuchsia. They're not pink, and they're not orange. Or orange. Right. Jim quiet tonight in stark comparison to last week when it was an absolute zoo in here. Both games raucous. Certainly the second game against Royal Crown was lively. I expect the one tonight against Jay Madison to be equally as contested. So Excel struggling from the free throw line. They've missed their last 4 attempts. See if that comes back to bite them later on in the game. Little spin move and a floater from Collinson doesn't drop. Rebound Fuller. Walter. Odell Clark. Attacks off the glass, unlucky. Doesn't drop for him. Here comes Zhao. Jaden uses that burst of speed, gets the basket, and then he tripped and fell over. They've got this black plastic out. They put this in all the time whenever the weather gets a little bad because they don't want the main court to get, slick or dirty. And so Jaden made the basket and they kind of slipped on that tarp. Orangeville leads by 2. Wide open look for Roberts. Scott Smith comes away with it. Kirstens, and he's fouled by Fuller. I'm not sure if they're in the bonus yet. They're not, so I don't have access to any of that information. So not a bad foul by Fuller. Was it Konstantin? Kirstens. Oh, yeah, talking about a well-designed play. Love that. Kirstens cuts in wide open. Excel for the first time tonight. Their defense caught sleeping. They've had a great game defensively so far. That's their one lapse. Charles. Yeah, it looks like Collinson called with the foul. Got a nice run in this afternoon. It's unseasonably warm, so enjoyed that one a little bit more today. Fuller. And now Kirstens will be called with a foul on Fuller down the other end. What did I do? It's about 6.5K today. Not too bad. I did 9K on Sunday, which was good. I was feeling guilty. I had a big Friday night, and then I was a little lazy Saturday. So Sunday, I was like, man, I gotta make up for it. So I hit the 9K Sunday morning. It was great. No treadmill. I don't do the treadmill. Get out there in the rain, sleet, snow, whatever. There's nothing I despise more in life than running on a treadmill. So for the first time tonight, Xavier Gentles enters the game, number 1. Maybe try to match him up against Fuller. Both 6'7". Big frame dude, so hopefully Gentles can try to neutralize Fuller, who's playing well here in the second quarter. Scott showing his handle. Gentles, turn around, man. He had nobody on him. That should be a white ball. Looks like Zhao just threw it away. He did, yeah. Here comes Excel. We had a torrid pace in the first quarter. Things have slowed down a little bit because you wonder, can they keep this up? Well, it doesn't look like they can, but Roberts, unlucky. That was a nice move. Everything but the 2. Here comes Kenny. And Fuller fouls him, but it doesn't drop. Bardwaj will shoot some free throws. .526 to go. Scoring has hit a halt. Someone's got to hit some baskets. Arjun can shoot free throws. I'll put a few bucks, he gets one. There's one right there. Thomas, ball in hand. Orangeville with their largest lead of the game at 5. Charles corner 3, the response. Ryan Charles. Big 3, that's his second of the night. Wide open Arjun Bardwaj. And that's a good foul from Fuller. I mean, this guy's got a wide open look. You foul him hard, make sure he doesn't get the basket, and send him to the line. But Fuller's now, fouls creeping up on him. He's calling for a quick breather. Played well since he came in, though. And now Malik Hamyed replaces him. Swish. Second one here. 2-2. He's got a nice stroke. Very smooth. He can shoot. Seeing the Ryerson, or excuse me, the TMU, Toronto Metropolitan University coaches entering the building. David Diavero, obviously Darius's dad. Is it Jeremy, is it Kaea? I don't know Jeremy by first name. And it's got to be a charge. It is, yeah. So Kenny kind of hip checked the Excel defender, an offensive foul. So I actually went up on Saturday, out to Oshawa to go watch TMU versus Ontario Tech. Our guy Kenyon Sterling, former Orangeville player in the game. A couple guys on TMU that I'd called games for. Aaron Rooms, who played for Lincoln. Caleb Casa on Ontario Tech was up here with Toronto Prep, nice player. Hamyed gets that to go, lead down to 2. You know, TMU usually traditionally one of the powerhouse programs in youth sports. Ontario Tech, a new team, they were 1-6 coming in, and they ended up squeezing out a 3-point win. TMU did, and that would have been a big choke if they let Ontario Tech get some points off them. Thomas up and underneath, and he tried to tiptoe the line, but stepped on it. So any parents watching this while driving by any chance, do not use Highway 9 if you're coming from the 404 or 400 big accident, Highway 27, and it's causing heavy backup. So plan for alternate routes, as I'd say in my regular traffic reporting job. Zhao. Just toss that away. So we got a timeout on the floor. 2-point lead for the hometown Orangeville Prep Bears. Decent game so far, evenly matched. Chris McKee, you can check me out on Twitter at Mr. McKee, MRMCKEE. Or you can hit me up on my basketball Instagram, undrafted_FA. Or check out undraftedfreeagent.com. Of course, the World Cup going on. Just checking out some of the soccer today. Portugal ran over Switzerland. It was 4-1 when I saw it. I don't know what it finished. I was watching some of Brazil and Korea yesterday as well. And of course, great to see Canada back in after 36 years. Could not get a point or a win, but they certainly look ready to compete at the world stage. So awesome to see. Also, college basketball in full swing. This is one of those years it is wide open. Baylor, you know, not the Baylor they've been over the past 5 years. Gonzaga, certainly not who they've been over the past couple of years. They're both still pretty good. Texas looks pretty good. Houston, #1 team in the country right now, surprisingly. So a wide open March Madness coming up. And I don't have who 22 is, which I'll find out about. Oh my goodness. Arjun Bardwaj hammers that down. I don't know where that came from. Holy cow. So I'll get 22 at the half. I can text over to the scores table. What a dunk, my goodness. Thankfully, I just caught the end of that. I was looking down trying to find who 22 was. And wow. Arjun Bardwaj out of nowhere. I'm texting over to Stacy at the scores table, see if she can tell me who 22 is. I had Kevin Olabi, but the coach scratched it out. And they had him at 6'6". This guy doesn't look 6'6". What is Kevin Olabi? They got Kevin as 6'6". This guy's not 6'6". Forgive me, any friends and family of 22 out there. I went through all the numbers with the coach before, and there's always one we end up missing. 3-point ball game, 2:30 to go, and there's a foul by 22. Well, the scores table is saying it's Kevin Olabi, so I'm going to go with that, even though I don't know if I'm buying it. Here comes Collinson. Nice burst of speed and a lovely lay-in. Lead back to 5 for Orangeville. Here's a lobby. Goes down hard. He was looking for the foul. It's not there. Now Orangeville's got numbers. Bardwaj. And he's fouled. So Arjun, he looks motivated after that big dunk. He's playing with a little pep in his step. Arjun. He's done a great job at the free throw line tonight. Lead at 6. Largest of the game so far for Orangeville. Thomas for 3. Too much. Here comes Orangeville. Collinson and 1. Griffin Collinson. That's a sweet little floater he's got. That's his money shot. And he gets fouled in the process. Where's the points on the... Should be 30-22. There it is, finally. So we get a timeout on the floor. Looks like Excel wants to regroup. Excel foul number 3, Kyle Stewart. Oh, some Kanye West bumping in the back with Daft Punk. Man, Kanye is on some kind of heater right now. All I can say is he does make some good music, right? You know, I always talk about, I worked in the music business for over 20 years and as an agent and a manager, and I just imagine the horror of waking up, being his manager or agent, someone texting him, hey, did you see what your client was up to last night? Oh, what's going on? And to find out some of the stuff he's been saying, it must just be an absolute nightmare for whoever's a part of his team right now. This is what happens sometimes when these artists get too much time on their hand. Someone's got to book a tour for Kanye. Just get him on the road. Maybe that'll stop the bleeding a bit. Well, Collinson trying to convert the three-point play. Had that nice little floater before the timeout. Trying to close out the N1. Bingo. Does. 31-22. 9-point lead and some substitutions. Odell Clark will come back in. Odell Clark to Stewart. Little floater off the baseline. Doesn't go. Clark he's in there. He's determined. Bardwaj picked up his dribble. Someone come help him. They're all running away from him, and he picked up his dribble. Collinson trying to use some shake and bake to get away from a defender. Rowan Scott-Smith yet to get going tonight. You got to find him a shot. See if he can heat up. Shot clock winding down. Kirsten's wide open 3 off the back of the rim. The Jim Fillion, excuse me. Off the top of the rim. And hits the backboard as well, top of the backboard. Collinson, the lefty. One thing I think Griffin's got to work on moving ahead is his right-handed dribble. There's Kirsten's with a nice little lay-in. He's so reliant on that left hand, and I think, look, he's a great player, but I think if he's going to keep moving ahead, he's got to be more of a two-handed player because he can play. Wide open, Stewart. Just tried the baseline floater a moment ago. This time it drops for him. And why is the clock still running? It should have stopped about 5-6 seconds ago. Alas, it runs out. So Excel catches a break there with Orangeville not being able to set up a play. So Orangeville will go to half with a 9-point lead, 33-24. I'm Chris McKee. We'll take a 10-minute break. We'll see you back for the start of the second half. Welcome back for the start of the second half here at the Athlete Institute in Mono, Ontario. OSBA action. Orangeville Prep leads 33-24 over Excel Hoops. Griffin Collinson off the bench tonight leads all scorers with 10 points. And then two players with 6 points on Excel, Josiah Roberts and Ryan Charles. Charles courtesy of 2 threes. So they got to find some more shots for number 4. Get him an opportunity because he's hitting the ones he's taken. I'm Chris McKee. Thanks for joining us. Always appreciate you tuning in. So we had a torrid first half, and in the second half, a lot slower. So we'll see where we can go here. Excel Hoops had lots of success being aggressive defensively. They were pressing for most of the game. Orangeville found a way out of it as we got into the mid-second quarter. There's Gaspar, a little too aggressive. Going to get caught with a hand check foul. Excuse me. So Gaspar called with the foul, getting his first start tonight, according to Rob, our announcer. So I'll roll with it. Charles. And then we're also seeing Yuvraj Minoria for the first time tonight, the big guy, number 19. And clever play by Yuvraj there as he threw that. That's got to be white ball. Yeah, the other refs coming in going, what are you doing? Like everyone in the building was like, hey, that he threw that off him. A long discussion. Too long for my liking. All right, make a decision. Well, it's going to be Orangeville ball. Kirstens wildly spins. Didn't need to. He had a much shorter defender on him. Just had to pull up and shoot it. Stewart wrestling around with a possession arrow favors Orangeville. So turnover. So Minoria out there goes 6-11. Didn't play any of the first half, so we'll see what he's got. Kenny adjusts midair, and he's fouled by Stewart. Nicely done by Kenny because he kind of adjusted his body midair to not be guilty of a charge and ended up drawing the foul. And he'll shoot free throws. Kenny shooting free throws. Owen, also a 2025 young guy, bright future ahead of him out of Barrie, Ontario. Ten-point lead. Orangeville keeps expanding that lead. Roberts spin move denied by Kenny. That's a nice block. And Kenny down the other way. And Collinson just couldn't keep a handle on it. There was nothing wrong with the pass. Griffin thinking about glory instead of securing that ball. That's one thing I've seen. It doesn't matter if it's Pool A, Pool B. A lot of these kids guilty of not being able to catch the ball. Just want to see better hands. Go out and play some football. You know, I'm not the only one to play tackle, but just throw a football around for a while. Work on getting better hands. Minoria, and he's fouled. Yuvraj will get to the free throw line. So any dude 6'11" has got to be adept at shooting free throws. because you're going to get to the line. That's one area where Excel has struggled tonight, is from the line. They've missed a lot of free throws and continue that right now. Oh for 2. I think that's at least maybe 4 guys who've gone 0 for 2 from the line from Excel tonight. So that's the difference in the game right there. Free throws. Kenny, wide open look, looks good. But off the back of the rim, Gaspar flies in out of nowhere. Man, I love, this guy's just such a spark plug. Love his energy. So whatever play was running for Orangeville, they duffed it because they had 3 guys all running to the same spot. And then Collinson takes a tough shot, but gets it back, denied. Yuvraj Minoria. Take that. So the big guy making an impact immediately in the third quarter. Odell Clark. Tough didn't drop for him. Made a nice move, just didn't go. Kirsten's underneath and then denied. Who got that block? Looks like Odell Clark. Yeah. Good defense. So Orangeville really using that bench tonight. Guys in and out quick, which I'm all right with. Especially a guy like Gaspar, he gets out there and he runs his butt off and then go take a quick breather and then get back, get someone else out there to run with the same intensity. I don't understand. Yeah, Kenny hadn't passed the ball, and Robert smacked it out of his hand. We'll try that again. Jaden Zhao will inbound. I don't know. There was something underneath the basket, off the ball. Not quite sure. Either way, let's try this again. Third time's the charm. Sally, you had a wide open look. Take it. Aha, there's no one on him. You got to take that shot. I don't care if you're not a three-point shooter. When you're standing there in a field all alone, put it up. Orangeville steals it. Here comes Collinson. Nice lay-in, Griffin Collinson. So he's been the difference off the bench tonight, number 0. A real injection of pace. And he's leading all scorers right now. Charles, oh, in and out. That was unlucky. I think if you're Excel, you need simple baskets right now. Oh, what a pick. Salyu just snapped back the head of Charles. And I think it's Collinson again down the other end. Lead at 14. This one getting away from Excel. They need a basket badly. Thomas, swish. Terrence Thomas. That's much needed for Excel. Huge. When he put it up, I was like, I don't know. And hey, all net. Collinson pulls up this time. Short. Thomas has it for Excel. Odell Clark up and underneath. So Excel chips the lead back down to 9. Zhao, McMahon, so that's Kirstens for 3. Chris Kirstens. The response for Orangeville. From way downtown, doesn't drop. Kenny misses on his attempt. Both teams just decided they're going NBA ball, 3 after 3. Speaking of NBA ball, Andrew Nembhard absolutely lighting it up for the Pacers. And there's a foul. Roberts will go to the line. Who's that, Kenny? Yeah, I seen Nembhard last night. What he had, like 31, something like 13 rebounds, 8-9 assists. His stat line is something that only like 5 or 6 rookies in the history of the league have ever done. And it's like Steph Curry, Michael Jordan, that kind of stat line. Nembhard's a guy I've been screaming since he was 18 that is a starting NBA point guard. Didn't go to the second round in the draft, and now he's already as a rookie showing what he is, a future NBA All-Star. You think they'd hire me to scout? Because I'm batting about 95% on some of these kids, especially the Canadians. But alas, I am just a broadcaster. 10-point lead, Orangeville Prep. McMahon will inbound. Ooh. And we're seeing Eamon Eshak for the first time, 23. Kirsten's lovely spin move, and then he's fouled. Minoria hammers him. Crystal shoots some free throws. I mentioned seeing the coaches from TMU here as well as Waterloo and one other, I forget what school. So 3 universities here already. This is, hey, you want opportunities. This is the league. They're going to see you. You can never say, I could have made it if only you made your shots or played defense, because the coaches are in the gyms and they're watching the tapes, trust me. As the broadcaster, I hear from them. Eshak, swish, right off the bench. Eamon Eshak for 3. And now Excel needs a timeout. So how do you like that? Eamon Eshak, that guy's been sitting there for an hour and change. Comes up off the bench, hits a big 3 for Orangeville. Of course, don't forget to follow Orangeville Prep on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, wherever it is, whatever social you prefer. Some Nas and P. Diddy. Remember this video that came out? This is what, like late 90s, early 2000s? And it was one of those like $3 million videos. You got Diddy up on a cross, which is, you know, as the English would say, a bit much, isn't it? I think we need a Diddy revival. It's been a minute since we've kind of had Diddy in the forefront. The world needs more P. Diddy. The world was a simpler place when we had more P. Diddy. My favorite line of him is, "Don't worry if I write rhymes, I write checks." Excel, nowhere to go. Orangeville now playing tight D. Fuller back out there. He's been in some foul trouble. Walter doesn't go for Excel. Lead at 13. Orangeville really woke it up in the third quarter. And it's coming from a whole bunch of different guys. Zhao turns it over. Here comes Charles down the other end, tucks it under his arm. He's fouled. And it looks like McMahon got a piece of him. To the line he goes. Well, Charles, a class of 2024. I'm looking through the lineup. Looks like, no, there's Kyle Stewart at 23 and Malik Hamyed, the only 2023s on Excel. So this team obviously building for the future. The wires on this head are getting a little wonky, so anytime I move, it starts to make noise. And it's hard for me to stand 100% still when calling a basketball game. Excel going back to the press. Kirsten's up and underneath. Rebound Fuller. So Excel was certainly a lot more effective with Fuller in the lineup. Charles for three looks good. Won't go. Collinson. Kirsten's wide open look, why not? Too much. Oh, Bardwaj just rips that away, and then he's fouled. Hustle play for Arjun. That's one thing I love about his game. This guy, he does all the grunt work. Like last week or whatever, he took about 4 or 5 charges in the game, and that's an art. That's not an accident. That's like, you got to work on that. Hitting free throws as well. Stewart, ball in his hand for Excel. Of course, don't forget coming up next following this game, Orangeville's national squad versus Jay Addison. Should be a really good one. Fuller turns it over. A little too cute with his pass. Bardwaj. Oh, goes down hard. He looks to be in pain. Odell Clark down the other end doesn't go. Wide open look for Collinson. Swish. Griffin Collinson, nothing but net. Lead at 16. Orangeville creating separation. Charles. Walter. I think Excel is getting a little sloppy with their shot selection. I think, you know, they're the lead getting large, and now they're getting out of their game. And one for Chris Kirstens, and he's feeling it tonight. Let's have a big yell after that. So Chris having his way in the second half. And now Excel wants a timeout. Yeah, they gotta just play their game. Stop forcing shots. You don't need to take a three every time down just because you're trailing. So the DJ is hell-bent on playing Nas and P. Diddy tonight in here. I saw Nas in concert at the Cool House, which has now been destroyed, and as well at Rock the Bells at the Budweiser Gardens. It was the Molson Amphitheater at the time. I've seen Nas twice. The concert at the Cool House was incredible because it was like almost like a 3-hour show, and you realize how many hits he's got. Crazy. Kirsten's out there trying to convert the three-point play. Was fouled just before the timeout. Doesn't go, but Riaz Salyu rips it away. We'll take 2 instead of 1. Riaz Salyu lead at 20. I don't think I've ever seen this Orangeville team with this kind of lead, so let's hope they don't get too excited and keep playing their game as well. And Roberts backs down his defender. That's Thomas Baldoff seen his first action. Number 6, Excel trying to press. They got to get something going. Baldoff in the corner. And not sure if it's going to be on Orangeville or Excel because Stewart went to the ground hard. No, that's going to go against Excel. Kyle Stewart called with the foul. Well, that's a mismatch. You got the 5'10" Kyle Stewart guarding the 6'8" Chris Kirstens. Misses the first. One or two from Chris. Xavier Gentles back into the game, number 1 for Orangeville. Walter, Stewart, one of these guys got to put it up. And Excel just can't make a shot right now. Can't buy a bucket. And they didn't need to do that. You had the guy trapped. He was going nowhere, and you foul him, you know, whatever, 60 feet away from your own basket. He's got to play a little smarter than that. Riaz to the free throw line. So Riaz normally, you know, a key contributor. Hasn't had to do much tonight. A lot of the other guys get into the mix. Puts the lead to 20. Gets them both. The game clock and shot clock almost identical right now. Charles for 3. Ooh, I don't know if he knew much about it, but it still counts for 3 because he was falling backwards. When he put it up, I was like, what's he doing? Well, he knows a little better than me. 4, 3, 2, put it up, and that ball's whistled with .1. So I don't know if a foul's going to go against Excel. It is. So .1, I mean, just drop the ball onto the court. No one's getting anything. The only thing you got to do is just throw it at the hoop and tip it in. It's the only thing you can do with .1. Oh, they put a whole second back on. It's the same thing. I don't see any of these guys in white with a quick enough trigger, so put it at the net. Let's see, yeah, he took a dribble. First of all, and it's going to count. How the clock, well, I mean, it's a nice shot, Josiah Roberts, with the buzzer beater, but there's no way that was a second because he caught it, dribbled, took the shot. That was about 4 seconds. When he dribbled, I was like, what are you doing? Because you only have a second. That's a catch and shoot. There's no way. Well, either way, it's going to count, but. Oh, yeah. Well, hey, I'm Chris McKee. Thanks for joining me here on the Athlete Institute live stream /Orangeville Prep. Don't forget to click subscribe, hit that red button. Also, hit me up on Twitter at Mr. McKee. Check out my Instagram, undrafted_FA. With some Jack Harlow. I like Jack. It's amazing, you know, that everyone put out their Spotify playlists on their Instagram story, and it's amazing how many people, like Jack Harlow is like top 3 to 5. It's crazy. That's the girls out there listening to Jack Harlow. I would say, you know, if you wanna have success, whether it's in music or, you know, sports, whatever, it's the girls want to date you. That's the PG way of saying it, and the guys want to be you. And so obviously you see Jack, he's got the girls on his side, and that's why his numbers through the roof, more so than a lot of other rappers. Drake the same, obviously. If you get the women, the dudes will follow. Too many guys, too many musicians out there trying to please the dudes. That's not the way. So Excel, I mean, you got to throw everything in the kitchen sink here, and that's a big block from Saliu. Robert pull up from the free throw line. Malik Hamid with the follow. Yeah, Excel going to keep pressing. They have to. They got to make something happen. I mean, trailing by, what, 23 here. Collinson to Saliu. Xavier Gentle's first basket of the game for Xavier. Stewart thought about it. Charles won't think about it. Short on his attempt. Here comes Orangeville. Fouled off. Oh, Griffin Collinson, 3 after 3. So Collinson just on another level than just about everyone on the floor tonight. He's been the difference maker. Roberts, Walter, short. Excel just not hitting shots. Sometimes it's just not your night, you know? Well, it's certainly Griffin Collinson's night. Saliu, Riaz Saliu. Orangeville laying it on Excel. Stewart for 3. And Hamid can't get that one to go for him. McMahon. Collinson wide open for McMahon. Jack can't get into the party. Roberts the other way. Clever little Euro. Josiah Roberts. Josiah 2025, so he's a really nice player. Nice future ahead of him. Collinson again down the other end. Collinson's got to be at 20-something points by now. Stewart. And everything short for Excel. Steps out of bounds and a turnover. The wheels have fallen off. So if you're Excel, I think they need a hard foul, something to change the temperature of the game, because the status quo is not working for them. Their press, which they had success with in the first quarter, Orangeville's figured out. McMahon got away with a run. Jaden resets. He's got a wide open look. Nice shot, Jaden Zhao. Nice spin move. Pommier, he's looking for the foul. He was hit. I'm in agreement with him. Oh, guy still hustling, diving out there. Zhao. How's that not a foul? Yeah, thank you. He's got elbowed in the face. So Yuvraj Minoria back in. The big guy, the 6'11", wearing number 19. What's going on here? I'll let him play, ref. You know, they were just kind of, him and Arjun were jockeying for position, kind of bumping each other. Leave them alone. Let them play. Because it wasn't one guy doing worse than the other. Gentles. Xavier Gentles again. It was the two of them going at it, so let them go. Orangeville with their most dominant performance so far this year. Stewart, the response for Excel. Kyle Stewart for three. Gentles, hey, Xavier Gentles. 3 attempts, 6 points. 71-48. Well, didn't expect this the way the game started. Thought we'd have a close one. Teams looked evenly matched. I think just a tough shooting night for Excel. Not for Josiah Roberts, he's having a night. Just not enough guys in white doing the same. Baldoff. McMahon. He saw the 6'11" guy in front of him, wisely opted for the pass. Thomas down the other end. And McMahon going to be called with that foul. Time on the floor. Keon Fuller back in for Excel. He's dealing with foul trouble earlier. Thomas hitting free throws. If you're Orangeville, just play smart. Use the shot clock. Be careful with the ball. Kenny. Gentles goes and scoops that up. Oh, nice cut from Kenny. He rolls around the entire bowl and drops. So luck certainly on Orangeville's side tonight, not on Excel. Fuller. Odell Clark. You know, if he had jumped into Kenny, he could have got himself to the line for 3 shots. Because Kenny left his feet, you just jump into him. Josiah Roberts, this guy's got a bag of tricks. He can play, man. Like his game. He's got great size as well. Long arms. Air ball. Bardwaj. Easy follow. 75-54. All Orangeville prep. Stewart. And then denied by Eshak, and he stepped out of bounds. Good call. So Eamon having a night off the bench. Good to see some of the other guys getting minutes and making the most of it. Xavier Gentle's getting some love from his teammates. He's got, what, 6 points at least? Zhao, and he's fouled by Fuller. That's one thing. Look, Fuller's played really well tonight. The only thing is he's reckless with his fouls. The guy, guy his size, he's going to get fouls, but make sure they're hard fouls. Guy shooting. He had a couple of fouls way down the other end of the basket. Cheap one there, little hand check. So if you want to stay on the floor, his play's been good. Just got to play a little smarter. Zhao misses on his attempt. Roberts, coast to coast, and he's fouled. Unfortunate for Kirstens. It looks like their feet just got mixed up, but you got to call something there when the guy with the ball in his hand goes to ground. Roberts, which is just the 2025, so he's got a lot of basketball ahead of him. Odell, Isaiah Odell Clark, corner 3. Bit more like it from Excel. And that's a body check. How is that not a foul? Bardwaj just literally elbowed Alabi, and he goes to the ground hard, and no foul calls. Roberts trying to do it on his own, and denied by Bardwaj. Arjun, he's having a night. Kenny showing his handle. And then Thomas with a little hand check foul. .212 to go, all Orangeville. If you're Orangeville, get out of this game healthy. You played well, you got a W in your pocket. Let's get out of here. White 21. Oh. So Malik Hamyed. That was off the ball. I didn't see what it was. Oh, Kirsten just got body checked. Kenny. Roberts. Man, he's nice. I like this kid. Josiah Roberts. Always remember the old J.D. Roberts used to be on Toronto Rocks, the original heavy metal show on TV, and then it was on Much Music. And then he became John Roberts, the famed broadcaster of CNN. I don't know, what was he on? CBS, I think, as well. To go from hosting a heavy metal show to being one of the premier, like, straight edge newscasters in the United States, it's a good trajectory. J.D. Roberts. No relation to Josiah Roberts. So if you're Orangeville, work the shot clock each possession. You don't even need to take shots, just run the clock out. Don't get turnovers. So Kirstens to the bench. Xavier Gentles, why not? He's played well. Get him some more minutes while you can. Let him build his confidence. Gaspar. You got to get him a basket, I think. I don't know if he's got one tonight. Rowan Scott-Smith. Guys wrestling for it. Bardwaj doesn't go. Gaspar, take the shot, man. Gaspar, oh, airballs it. The whole bench was up. They all wanted him to get that shot. Hamyed, easy lay-in. 77-61. $1:22 to go. All Orangeville prep in the second half. I mean, the difference is they made free throws, Excel didn't. And then some of the tough shots, you know, hitting threes, Excel was just late to it. But if Excel's hitting their free throws, right now we probably got about a 5-6 point game, which we still have a game. Alabi. And Alabi to the line. So stick around. We'll do an interview post-game with the player of the game. I mean, it probably should be Collinson, but we had Griffin last week, so I don't really want to have the same conversation again. Hopefully maybe get Chris Kirstens, have another chance to chat with him. Love to chat with him. Even Arjun's had a nice night. Have another chance to chat with him. Roberts will, went down hard. Looks to be all right though. So I can put my rosters away, I think. Coming up next game, Jay Addison, Orangeville Prep senior team. Tipping off in about 20 minutes or so. Hopefully you can stick around, watch that on the live stream as well. Roberts. Gets them both. Sell looking for the steal. They got it. Take the three. Odell Clark. Bouncing around everywhere. Doesn't go for him. And then Gentles is fouled. Well, hey, good to see Excel still playing. Look, they're playing every minute. And you like to see it. So it looks like we're going to get Chris Kirstens up for an interview shortly. Got to get that BioSteel in there. There we go. Product placement. Gentles. So Xavier from Ajax, he's out from my neck of the woods. I'm out in Pickering. I'm in Ajax often. Roberts, it's got to be a charge. Wisely, the refs just put their whistle away, let the boys play at this point. 21 seconds left. Let's stop with the whistles. Roberts. Ugh. I mean, why Excel has taken 2-point shots at this point of the game, I don't know. Either go for it or don't. .8 to go. Orangeville, a much-needed W. Excel, the tough season continues. It's a tough league. Every night you're going to get a game. And that's why you want to be in the OSBA. Just let it run out. There, thank you. Okay. Wait, Orangeville Prep escapes 78-66. Dominant performance by Orangeville. Stick around for 2 seconds. We're going to do a post-game interview. We're going to get Chris Kirstens up here. Of course, coming up, a few minutes, Jay Addison versus Orangeville. This one's going to be a good one. Just waiting for Chris Kirstens to come up for an interview. Can't see him. Where is he? We gotta do it quick because I gotta go speak to the Jay Addison coaches because none of their numbers or names are right on any of the rosters, so I gotta go make sure. Oh, here comes Chris now. Chris Kirstens coming up to the booth right now. Let him get his headset on. Show that on, Chris. Put that on. And then I'll get the volume going. You good? Give me a check 1, 2.
Yeah, I hear you.
There we go. So, Chris, a bit more like it from you guys tonight. You haven't had too many chances. David, good to see you. Good to TMU head coach. So, you guys haven't had too many opportunities to kind of run away. That's a little bit more relaxing tonight out there.
I don't know. We gotta be able to put games in that away.
Put that a little closer to your mouth. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, my fault.
There we go.
We're learning as a team just how to work as one and be able to close games like that. We're still, there's still a lot of room for improvement, but definitely being able to put games like that is feeling good.
So challenging for you, you're often, the focus of double teams.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So how do you approach going into each game knowing hey, I might not get my points?
Just working with my coach, like Coach Eric and Coach Dave, both those coaches know to put me in the right spot to get mine. At the end of the day, I'm worried about, the end result, not about getting mine. And obviously, I want to score the ball, but getting my teammates out and be able to create opportunities for my teammates is also really important to me too. So if I'm able to draw a double team and, kick out for a 3, more than happy to.
So where were you last year?
Last year, Kingston, Ontario.
Okay. So you made the move to Orangeville. What was behind that thought?
My dream always for every kid playing basketball is to make it to the next level, and I knew if prep is the best place for me to be, just to really just improve as a player and, get that exposure to move to the next level.
So where are you looking at? Obviously, you got a lot of interest. I see some of these coaches here, just almost specifically for you, half of them. So where are you looking next year? What's your thought process?
We're looking at a lot of schools in Ontario, outside of Ontario too. Just taking all the opportunities that come and looking at every opportunity that best work for me.
So you've had a couple of grind session opportunities. I saw you got the start up here. Just talk about the difference in level of competition in the grind session.
My work ethic doesn't change from either the provincial or the national team. I work hard on both teams, and it just shows you, like, you don't got to get 30 points just to play with, these guys right here. I mean, the game's different, but as long as you, do little things right, you box out, you get rebounds, you work hard. Coaches notice that, and you're always doing every team.
Well, hey, Chris, congratulations. Great games tonight. Great to finally connect with you, my man.
Yes,
and
sir.
best of luck for the rest of the year.
I appreciate you. Take care.
Thanks.